This presentation is done by Nalise Nare as part of the Introduction to Emerging Technologies 2009. I'm investigating the dimensions of a social networking tool called Google Reader for possible improvement of research supervision in higher education institutions. Any lecturer or professor, sometimes during his or her career, are required to supervise the research projects of postgraduate students. During this process, a lecturer builds close relationships with the students, and the students build relationships among each other, creating a social network. Knowledge diffusion takes place via social networks, and new knowledge are created via interaction between people. In my context, it's fairly easy to create a network among a group of students because they are all living on the same campus or in a close vicinity to the campus. These students can make appointments with the lecturers and solve their problems and uncertainties via face-to-face meetings. The advancement of technology, however, changes the situation. Many postgraduate students enroll for their courses via online degrees. They therefore study online and discuss their problems with their lecturer online. They never have the privilege of meeting the person or discussing problems via face-to-face meetings. In contrast to speaking to your lecturer during a face-to-face session, some students are left isolated and without support somewhere in the world. Postgraduate students sometimes feel isolated when they start to lack adequate support. They need specific information and struggle to find it. They sometimes become uncertain and don't know how to tackle a problem, but they haven't got anybody to ask. If people, in this case students, become less motivated, the problem is that they might drop out of the course, which puts question marks on retention rates of postgraduate courses. Any research supervisor sometimes worries about students that lags behind and that might drop out of a course, but a tool like Google Reader enables the supervisor to manage the students and keep in contact with them no matter where they are situated in the world. Google Reader is built on RSS feeds. RSS feeds requires that you subscribe to pages that's important or that aligns with your interests. In this case, a supervisor will subscribe to pages with relevant research methodologies or pages with information that aligns with the topics of his or her students. When new information appear on the sites or the sites are updated, the information automatically appears in your RSS reader. In this case, Google Reader.
Things move fast on the web, and it's hard to keep up with your favorite sites by visiting them separately. Thankfully, Google Reader can help. Google Reader lets you subscribe to websites, so new content comes to you when it's posted. Here's how it works. Subscribe to feeds from your favorite sites. Feeds enable new content from these sites to appear in Reader. To add a new site, click Add Subscription, search for a site, and subscribe directly from Reader. You can also click the orange feed buttons or copy the web address into the subscriptions field. Once subscriptions are in place, new items will start to appear in Google Reader automatically. When they do, Reader tells you how many items are new. Clicking Share makes it easy for your friends to see what you find interesting, and you can even add notes to these items. Also, you can see what items your friends have shared with you right from Reader. Google Reader makes new content from your favorite sites efficient to read and easy to share. Get started at google.com/reader.
This presentation clearly indicates how easy you can disseminate important information to your students via Google Reader. You can keep up with students' blogs if new information are posted. You can even send notes together with relevant articles or information by means of the share function. Another added value is the social networking part. Students can share information among each other or even share it with you, creating an online social network, which in essence provides support to these students. All that is required is a subscription to the necessary sites. You click on Add Subscription, copy the URL of the important site into the space provided and click on Add. Or you can simply type a keyword into the space, click on Add, and a list of relevant sites will appear where you can select which ones to subscribe to. When you browse through the list of articles and you find an interesting topic, simply click on the title and you will be immediately referred to the original site to read more on the topic. If you find an item that's very relevant, you can...
Google Reader is a great way to keep track of your favorite blogs and websites. But did you know that you can also easily share items you found with friends? Just click the share icon below any individual item. The item will then be added to a public feed called Your Shared Items. You can click on the Your Shared Items link at the top left of your sidebar to see the items you're currently sharing. By clicking the Share with Note button, you can add your own commentary to the item you're sharing. If you unclick the Add to Shared Items checkbox, the item and note will remain unshared and will only be stored in the Notes section of your sidebar for your own reference. To unshare any item, just visit your shared items and click Unshare under any of the items in the feed. You can also choose to email items to your friends by clicking the email icon and filling out the To, Subject, and Message fields. Your friends' shared items will also appear on your left sidebar. To determine who is able to see your shared items and whose shared items you'd like to see, just click Sharing Settings in your left sidebar. From here you'll be able to manage your contacts by adding or removing friends. By clicking the People Sharing with Me tab, you'll be able to see a list of your friends who are currently choosing to share items with you. Clicking Hide will remove them from your left sidebar. Be sure to check out our other help videos for more ways to use Google Reader to make browsing the web easier and more fun.
This window indicates the sharing settings. You can ask your students to subscribe to Google Reader. You can therefore find them on the web and add them as friends, making it easy to share important information and articles with them. This window indicates blogs that you are following. You can therefore subscribe to relevant blogs or even subscribe to your students' blogs and automatically follow new posts. A very useful tool is the fact that you can send information to Blogger, to Delicious, to Facebook, and even to Twitter. You can therefore reach many people in a variety of ways. The circled section indicates a few important options that's available if you find an important topic. You can add a star to indicate the importance of the article. You can share it with students or with friends. You can share it with a note, telling the student why you think it's relevant for his or her study. You can email it to people if they are not subscribed to Google Reader. Or you can add tags. This is a very short presentation indicating